Hey, this is Redban. This is Death Squad Podcast Network. This is your mom's house. And don't forget about deathsquad.tv. You can donate. You can watch videos. We have all the links. And please, if you have any extra cash laying around and you can help us out, please send us your donations. We need them. And don't forget to please subscribe to us on iTunes. The more subscribers we get, the better the show becomes. So it's all up to you. If you like what you hear, please help us out in any way you can. Now here is your mom's house.
Welcome to your mom's house. This is Christina Pazsitzky here with the fabulous Redban.
Hi.
Hi. Sans, one mommy who is home very sick right now. And we miss you and we hope you feel better, Mommy Jeans.
Yes. Does he have like a flu type thing going on there, or what's going on there?
Well, I tell you what, my husband has, I can't really tell. It's like he's on his deathbed.
Really?
Because I come in and he's like, oh.
Can't breathe?
Do you have a fever? He's like, no, it's just, I'm so stuffy. And he can't breathe and his little chest hurts. And he's a very dramatic bear.
He got Sam sick, and Sam did a podcast yesterday, and Sam just had little sniffles, and he's like, yeah, Tom got me sick.
Fucking son. I'm fighting it. I fight it with my mind. I believe it's mind over matter. I've fought diarrhea. I have had explosive diarrhea in cabs in like the Middle East. And you know what? You can will it away.
You think that's true?
I know it's true. I'm doing
for
it.
Diarrhea.
You can will away. I'm telling you, I have had explosive diarrhea in cabs, like in the middle of like Mexico City traffic. And I have actively willed away the shit pains. And then it's hard. It's not easy. But if you clench and you pray and you clench and you relax, it's possible.
I don't know.
Can't you do that?
I would like to see you have AIDS and try that. Just wish it away.
My T-cell count I can make higher by thinking about it. How have you been, Redban? We've gone a whole week. I haven't seen you.
Yes.
What's going on with you? How's your love life?
Love life's fine. I went to Santa Barbara this weekend again.
Oh, it's romantic.
It's so romantic.
What'd you guys do?
We just did Naughty Show. Just Naughty Show.
Oh, that's right. Where is that? What venue?
It's at Velvet Jones, which I love Velvet Jones. I love the owner of Velvet Jones. I don't think it's the best place for a naughty show, but it's one of those it was one of those places where like the front half was paying attention and the other second half where it was like a drunken mob at a frat house. So you get on stage and you have to like kind of scream your bits because you're just trying to
wrangle.
Yeah.
It's called babysitting. We were in Fort Lauderdale 2 weeks ago, Tommy and I, and the crowd was like that, where they're just chatty. They think they're at home in their living room, and you're like, dude, just fucking pay attention.
Yeah,
don't come out if you're gonna be like.
Especially if you paid money. Like they paid money to be on that naughty show. Like it was like $14 or something like that.
I know. Vegas is like that. Vegas is a weird crowd too. It's always you never know what the fuck you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But listen, listeners, I know you guys have been thinking about this all week. I love it. That's right. It's Dental Watch.
And now breaking news, Christina's Dental Watch.
You guys, major story. When I left here last week, I had to leave in a hurry to make it to my appointment. And let me tell you what happened. I got in the chair. I thought I was just going to get my crown put on. Turns out I needed a root canal.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes. And I wanted to fucking kill myself because if you've had a root canal.
I hate these sound effects so much.
I love them. Nothing makes me happier than cheesy sound effects. Yeah, a fucking root canal.
Wow.
So let me tell you what the best part of a root canal is. Not only spending $1,300.
Oh, that's there's something better?
That's the fun part. And then the crown's like an additional, like an $800.
Yeah, 800, yeah.
The fun part is getting to watch the entire procedure in the
HD?
reflective lens of the light above my head, you know? And you see them drilling and you're just like...
Oh, no.
And the 10 shots that go into your fucking jaw. It's just... But the good news is painkillers. I've been high for a week.
Oh, right. I don't know if I've ever I've had almost every single thing possible done to my mouth. I don't think I've ever had a root canal. Root canal is what? Where they take the roots and they redirect them through your gums or something?
They take the roots out of your mouth and put them in your anus.
God, that would be great.
And then you chew your food anally. No, it's
be able to taste your food twice.
That calzone joke. You hear Brian Scalaro's calzone joke, which is like, this calzone's so good. When you eat it, you're gonna want to sew your asshole shut so that you can keep it in your body longer. That makes me laugh. Okay, no. So root canal, they take out the nerves. So they dig into they had a drill into my tooth, and then they pull out the roots. They clean out the pulp or infection, and then they put in stumps or something gay. I don't know. But the guy that
just came out of nowhere though. Like they were like, oh, by the way, you need a root canal, even though you were here last week. Is this them just trying to make an extra buck?
No, I think what it is that the tooth was so fucking old and the filling was so large that it was gone. It was about to happen. He was hoping it wouldn't happen, but it got infected and blah blah blah. So that's it. So now I'm in the hole, couple grand for one goddamn tooth. One motherfucking tooth. You shouldn't have just pulled it.
Well, I got an update too.
Oh, tell me.
Last night I had a headache.
Yeah.
And I went to go get my Tylenol.
I know this is coming.
And Christina had knocked my Tylenol to the floor of the bathroom last time she was here. But I did find a Vicodin when I got my dental implants, and I took a Vicodin.
It has a happy ending.
That was good. It was nice. I'm not a huge fan of Vicodin when I have to take it every day, because then I start feeling like a fucking retard, and I start becoming dumb. And
I am right now.
But once in a while, not too bad.
No, I love it. I like Vicodin. I spilled over. I knocked over your Tylenol. And then here's the best part is that they fell all over your bathroom floor.
Right.
And I started to pick them up because I was like, oh, the cats are going to eat these and die.
Right.
And then I was like, wow, this floor is so goddamn filthy that if I put these back in the container, Brian will die. So I had to throw them in the trash can. So I bought you a new one. Here,
I know. Oh, you got it? You gave it to me.
Yeah.
No, you already
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, see? Vicodin.
Thank you very much. That was very unnecessary.
Well,
the Tylenol was way past its expiration date anyway.
Can I tell you that I'm a fucking lady and I'm respectful and I respect other people's property?
Well, thank you.
Because that's how my mama raised me. Treat your mama right.
My bathroom is really filthy, and and I've tried to get a maid now, and people protect their maids. I found.
I know.
Like they have a good maid, and they don't give you your number, or they say they're busy. Oh, they're way past it. They have too much on their schedule or now.
Yeah, we're trying to find one, and we've been asking comics for one, and we're like, just give us the phone number. You know how hard it is to get a phone number out of a comic?
Yeah.
Why? Why are there's such motherfuckers about that?
It's because, I don't know, telling secrets of what the other comics have, I guess. Like, oh, you should see Pablo's...
Oh, wait a minute. What voice are you doing?
No towels.
It's an old lady?
No, well, I don't know. Well, I have no idea.
Speaking of Mexican old ladies, we have a guest with us today. This has nothing to do with Mexican lady. I had no segue to you. You guys, we have in Mom's house today one of my favorite human beings. And on paper, this girl and I should not be friends because, well, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But she is so goddamn funny. You've seen her on Reno 911. You have seen her in Activia commercials with Jamie Lee Curtis. You can see her every week at the Comedy Store. Please welcome the fabulous Sarah Tiana.
Yay!
Welcome.
Thank you. I don't know if this mic is on.
There it is.
Oh,
hello.
We're so glad to have you, Sarah.
You
What are you watching on your...
Oh, the Braves game is tied, and it just went into extra innings, so I'm watching it on my iPad.
It's so gross. When a woman watches sports, it feels like she's a gender traitor.
Yes.
It feels like we should not be friends because, as you know, I have a loathing of team sports or any physical activity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might loathe it if you're not good at it. If you don't, you don't have rhythm or coordination.
That's right. None of those things.
We went for a walk around a circle the other day, and she tripped twice in a circle. There was no hill.
How dare you?
There wasn't even a hill.
We did. We walked around the Silver Lake Reservoir, and I wore my sports bra just in case. I
just in case a trot came out. In case somehow you had to pick up speed, like maybe run from some sort of kidnapper.
I would never run from a kidnapper. I would just let him
it happen.
Because they have candy.
That's right. Oh, yes. I would close my eyes and think of my country. And I'm so fucking lazy. Well, I'm so happy you're here. I've liked you for so many years. We almost weren't friends.
I know. It's a funny story because I knew Christina for so long. Yeah. And we always got along so well. Yeah. And then I knew your husband, Tom, for just as long. But I never knew that they were together because each one of them thought the other one hated me. And they would never bring up the other person in our conversation. Yeah. And it was like 3 years of knowing you that I... when I finally, she told me this story. She's like, I came home, and I think it was after we did Orange County's Funniest Female, or California's Funniest Female.
Oh, that was great.
Which we always won, but we gave the title away to other people for years. And she said she came home and was like, man, I just fucking love Sarah Tiana. He's like, wait, I like her too.
Well, because for years, he thought it was forbidden to bring up your name. I think
as if we had some sort of
beef. Well, because there are people that I hate, and I'm very, vocal.
No, I didn't think that you... I thought you just liked everyone.
I'm just full of love and kindness.
Yeah, walked around on unicorn tears and kitten breath.
I did. But he thought that I hated her, so her name was never to be spoken. It was like the Voldemort.
Why? Why did both of you think that they hated? What was the reason behind it?
I think because one day I came home and I was like, this fucking dumb cunt. I saw her do stand up. I was like, she's so fucking dumb. What's her name?
And he immediately was like, it's got to be Sarah Tiana.
Sarah Tiana, right? Because I mean, what other dumb? Yeah. And I don't know how it started, and then I eventually outed myself that I was like, I fucking love Sarah. And he's like, me too. It's okay now. We can both love her. And I'm like, oh.
And then I found out that they were together, and like they got engaged like a year later.
It's funny. Sarah was at like the Ice House once, or she was there like the week before, and I was just like looking at the flyer, talking to the sound guy, the DJ guy, and I'm like, oh man, I love Sarah Tiana, and he goes, no, I love her, and like he was like obsessed with her, and this guy was like, no man, that's my girl, and like he was like, I'm like, haha, oh, you're being serious, like he was really upset. So you have a DJ fucking in love with you.
She has many admirers. Don't even, Sarah Tiana and I are going to the Middle East pretty soon.
Yes.
To entertain our
celebrations.
Oh wait, no, we're not doing stand up. We're going over there to fight. I didn't tell you. Yeah.
Could you imagine? I'd be the best soldier ever.
Yes. You take bigger dumps than most of them, I'm sure.
Speaking of dumps.
No, I don't want to talk about that. We're talking about soldiers.
Tell me about Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh.
And let me get this straight now. I don't know if you've seen these commercials, but Sarah Tiana, in addition to being on other wonderful television programs, is also in the Activia.
I was, yeah. I mean, it's not running anymore.
Tell me a little bit about Jamie Lee Curtis and about her bowels, because it seems to me that she would have the most regular bowels in the industry if she's the spokesperson.
She does. She buys it herself, actually. She says that if they don't give it to her, she buys it herself.
She has to buy her own Activia.
Well, she doesn't have to, but she chooses to. But she just... First of all, can I tell you that stuff works? Because we had to... I hate fart sounds. Can I just tell you that? I'm going to watch my game. I'd rather watch my game.
It does work. I actually have a bit about it
works
because
really well.
I actually accidentally bought Activia. I had no idea that there was...
What a blessing in disguise.
Activia. Like, I didn't know what it was.
How are you saying it? Activia?
Activia?
It's not Activia. Sarah, how do you fucking say it? Say it.
Activia.
I thought it was Activia.
No, it's Activia.
Like activity.
Activia. I know it. Trust me. I did a lot of research after I bought Activia by mistake.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Okay, so what happened?
They had Activia for sale. Like they had it was super fucking cheap, and so I bought a shitload of it because they're so small and like they're like little baby ones. I'm like, what's this? Who cares? It's so cheap. So I bought a shitload of it, and then I ate it for like a week, like a lot of it, and I started fucking going crazy shitting. And so, like, I had no idea. And then I would look at it and I was like, oh, this is helping me poop? That's disgusting.
Well,
Why would you?
Wait, that's the whole marketing
I didn't
campaign,
know.
Brian.
This was like a year ago. I had no idea that even existed.
It kind of is a covert marketing campaign, though, because it's just like to help, like the whole lines in the commercial, like, to help you live a healthy lifestyle.
Right, it's code.
It's and it's like me and the guy in the commercial, Matt Nost, who's a comic at the Comedy Store, we played husband and wife in this commercial, and they were like, do you guys want to spit it out, when you're because at the end you have to eat it.
Oh shit, that's
so you
right.
do like 40 takes.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So you eat a lot of it, and the client is there. Oh, that's hilarious! I didn't even know that.
Is this it? Is this a commercial?
Yeah.
Well, you should also start enjoying Activia. Activia Light.
Activia.
For us?
Sure, it's for people who want to feel good inside. When you feel good, you're more likely to get out there and enjoy life.
Oh, you see the code?
When you feel good.
Here's the Activia.
That was my life.
That was it.
That was awesome.
Well,
wait, it's called You Feel Good Inside.
Yes.
Oh, that's when you take a shit, you feel good inside.
Well, you're cleaned out. I mean, and I knew about, first of all, it tastes delicious.
It's not bad, but once you find out what it is, you're kind of like creeped out a little
well,
about
that's
it.
what coffee's for.
It's like knowing that there's a pubic hair somewhere near you.
No, I wasn't freaked out at all, and I was actually like really excited. Like, wow, I was actually really excited when I felt like it worked, because like you don't want to spit it out because the client is there.
Oh, that's
you know what I mean. Like
sure.
I'm like, I don't want to be like, you know. But then after like an hour, you're like, I probably should have spit some of that. And then I was driving home. Like it was the last take of the day. And I'm driving home like, wow, what an amazing day. Like, I get to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, who is, like, by far the coolest lady ever. And she's married to Christopher Guest, so you know that she's, like, got, an amazing sense of humor already.
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, driving home, and I get to, like, downtown L.A., and I was like, oh, my God. I've got to pull over.
But you know what? In downtown L.A., good news, you can shit in the streets.
Yeah, you can shit pretty much anywhere.
We live there.
I made it to my exit to a McDonald's.
Oh, you did? Oh, McDonald's has good toilets, usually.
Downtown McDonald's? I don't know.
No, I didn't go down. I wish I had gone downtown, but yeah. But it works. And it made me very proud to, be promoting a product. That works.
Full circle. Now, they do the same thing with birth control pills. It's always under the ruse of, you're going to regulate your period, and nobody mentions fucking. It's never like, girls, now you can just fuck. You can fuck all day. Right. And that's really, it's always this veiled, coded...
Well, because that's not what we do as women.
That's
like, we're like, guess what we do? We fuck all day. Guys would be like, where? We'll be there. Like, why would we ever promote that?
True.
Because if we did, guys would be trying to jump through the television. They'd be like pausing it, seeing where it was shot.
Worthy ladies.
Like, all of a sudden, men would become detectives. Wait, I know that corner.
True.
I fucking did that with Megan Fox.
She's gorgeous.
There was a TMZ article or thing where she was like, Megan Fox out having Thai food in Burbank. I'm like, wait, what?
Where?
And because it said her favorite Thai food place in Burbank, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I zoomed in on Photoshop. I took like the still and I was like trying to look at the sign of the menu, and I found it, and it's like, oh my god, it's right across the street. And so I go there, and I'm like, so does Megan Fox come here? Oh yeah, I should come here every week. And I'm like, yes. So now I go to this Thai place once a week, just in case.
You're so creepy.
Creepy.
Bless you. Sickness watch.
Segura.
You got the Segura.
My morning sneeze. You don't have a morning sneeze?
I have a morning.
I usually sneeze when I walk out the door.
I don't have a morning
sneeze. When the sun
sneeze.
hits me for the first time, but I usually sneeze in the morning. Yeah, I just clear it out, man.
That's weird.
You don't wake up and go outside?
No, I have a morning shit.
No, I have a morning. Exactly. My morning meditation. I drink coffee and I take it down.
Yep. Almost immediately, second sip, bam, gotta go.
Me too.
Clear that out. No Activia needed.
No Activia.
Wow, do you guys need a roommate? Because you sound like the two most amazing people that ever.
What, you're not regular?
No, let's talk about
Very
this.
regular.
You are every day? How many times a day though?
Oh, just once.
Once?
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I do
no.
I'm a good threeser. I used to do
Three?
three. Yeah, I used to do three. I mean, one of them's kind of
eating?
bullshit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You need to eat more vegetables.
No, it's because I eat so much vegetables. They're solid, nice. I just goes right through me.
Here's what Oprah said. Didn't you tell me that Oprah said?
I don't watch Oprah.
About it floating?
sorry.
About when it floats?
It's got to float.
Yes.
And it's got to be like a banana? Is that what she says? Like a light brown banana, I believe.
You know,
too light brown means too many carbohydrate or too much oil or grease in your diet.
Yeah, but what if it's like the soft serve ice cream one?
Can we just change the subject?
Let's do. All right, let's change the subject because I find this another reason I shouldn't be friends with Sarah T on paper is that she is from the South, from a place called Calhoun, Georgia. And I don't know also if you know this, but guess who else is from Georgia?
Wait.
One of my favorite movie stars of all time.
Julia Roberts?
No.
No. Hallelujah.
She is from there.
Medea.
Oh, Medea.
Tyler Perry. It's awesome.
I love Medea.
I
love first of all,
God, I love it.
I love certain types of movies. You know this. Any movie
Certain
where
types?
animals talk.
Oh!
Love those. Any movie with a baby, and then any movie where black people rise above through extracurricular activities.
Here she is.
You know who else is from?
Y'all better call the police.
I'm sorry, natural reaction. I'll get ready to jump off this table on you. You ain't got time to eat that. Don't even open that bus will be here any minute. You should have been down here earlier to eat. You're going to have to take it to school with you.
That's...
Do you ever remember Shirley Q. Liquor? Did you ever listen to Shirley Q. Liquor?
No, what's that?
That's who Medea sounds like to me. I swear Tyler Perry stole that voice. Not stole it, but like...
How dare you say I love Tyler Perry.
I shouldn't say stole, but I would say like...
How dare you?
If you've never heard Shirley Q. Liquor, it's this white kid... He's this white kid from like the Midwest, and he used to call into radio shows all the time, and he sounds like, okay, tell your mom and them I love him. And hilarious. Like, there's tons of like, before, I mean, it was always on Napster, but like, it's not on iTunes.
Sarah, I hate to break it to you, but a lot of large black women sound like Medea.
Well, it was this little white kid, and it was so funny. I have this new word that I want to use.
What is it, buddy? Meow, meow.
I just realized that you guys spelled my name wrong on
Tiana. Yeah, he's so fucking.
Oh my gosh, there's an A on the end.
How dare you?
Tiana, not Tiani.
Wait, but you know, I saw Tyler on Oprah, and it's based on his aunt who like saved him when he was being abused.
Wow,
and shit. He's got a really bad life. Where Tyler.
Yeah, but you know, Atlanta's a good place to make movies and do your own thing, and I just, I mean, I want to be. Sometimes I just want to be a black woman because I want to say things like escalator.
Me too.
Oh, y'all, I'm gonna ride. No, y'all take the elevator. I'm gonna take this escalator here at the mall. I want to say stuff like that.
It is. You know what's cool? When we were in Atlanta. It was the first time I was there with you. We went in December to do a club, and what's really surprising is when you do see like a lot of black people in one place, and they're just living normal lives, and you're like, wow, this is like.
Oh, Atlanta is like Black Canada.
Right.
Like Black Canada is like where black people buy from each other, sell to each other. And, you know, white people just don't get in. Yeah. And it's pretty amazing. Like when I moved to Los Angeles, I was like, where are all the black people?
Right.
This is so weird. And like everything in LA is so segregated. Like there's Koreatown and Chinatown and Little Ethiopia and Armeniaville or whatever. And so it's like, it was so bizarre for me to come here and be like, wow, this is like segregation.
Oh
like,
yeah, this
like
is
we've
true
been
segregation.
We've been made fun of for this for years, and then you come here and you're seeing it living out loud, and it was very bizarre for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In Atlanta, it seemed like, oh, like this is normal. Like this feels more normal to me than the way we do shit. And
yeah, no, it's. Well, I think Atlanta is also a very progressive town, as opposed to like, you know, maybe another city.
It also has the best Real Housewives, I think.
Oh, yeah, Nene Leakes, holler.
Hallelujah.
It's the only one I like.
Can I tell you, Sarah, you love Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
I know this about you.
Uh-huh.
Did you like Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I mean, we liked Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it wasn't the same. I mean, for me, it was always like, there's too much batter on it. Too much batter? Oh. Yeah, I mean, first of all, listen, we did not have a sit-down restaurant in my hometown until I was 18.
Okay, did you hear that? That's
so sad. Yeah.
What?
She just...
Yeah, we did not have a sit-down.
Played with a hose growing up.
Oh my God.
No, we went out to eat, but it was always
Play sports.
We had Pizza Hut, kind of had like in like Waffle House, they had like waitresses. But we got a Cracker Barrel when I was 18, and it was like no, but you could not get in.
Wow.
Like it was just so busy. But my parents didn't go to church, so you could always get in Sunday morning.
Oh, that's good.
So it was like we were like the only people in. It was like a ghost town.
I fucking love Cracker Barrel.
Sunday mornings. In my town, you were either Southern Baptist or you were getting ready to move. Like that was your choice.
Oh,
but we always had. I mean, it was great growing up. I mean, because we were like the only family in town really that had an in-ground pool.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Most people had above-ground pools, but we had an in-ground pool. So all the pool parties were always at my house. Wow. Every year, like the end of the year school party, it was always at my house. And it's so much fun. Like, but then there was always that one kid that like was like a little too good on the diving board.
Yeah.
You're like, it's Van's turn again.
Show off.
Flip, 1.5 pike.
I remember those diving parties, and then I remember getting boobies.
Yeah, but yours like muff diving parties. California.
You're right. We all grew up gay in California.
Yeah, you did.
We were all lesbos. Yeah, I didn't fucking...
What's this Colonel Sanders thing?
I was going to say, okay, so I don't know if you've ever heard this audio. It's so great of Colonel Sanders. At some point, he was trying to do those commercials. He used to do them himself, and then he got senile.
I don't know how he was how he had time, because he, like, if you're a colonel in the military, you have a lot of work to do.
Well, in addition to fighting overseas, he also did audio. And there's this audio clip we found of him fucking up the commercial spot towards like the end of it's really funny.
He's like senile.
He's senile and he can't remember.
My regular recipe and my new extra crisp. Crispy. New extra crispy. I thought I said that. Now you have two kinds of Kentucky Fried Chickens to choose from. It's entirely different. Every bit of finger licking good, you see. Every bit of his finger licking good. You see, I found a way to cook chicken deep down to get that real crispy crust some folks like. I better do that again, huh?
Yes.
All right. You don't want me to sing, do you, for Christ's sake?
We're rolling. This is the good one. Take 5.
This is the good one.
Most folks,
Once again.
most folks have heard about.
All right, that's good. Good, very nice.
That's why folks call it finger. That's why folks call it finger.
Fingering.
Whoa.
That's why folks call it finger licking good. That's why folks call it finger. That's why folks call it finger.
That's sad.
So
why would
sad.
you
Why
want
did
to
you think
listen?
that was funny?
That's not funny. That's sad.
So awful.
God.
Another reason why Pazsitzky and I do not know how we were friends. I think
it's funny.
Even I think that's sad. I'm just thinking of the poor colonel sitting there shaking, trying to get out his lines that he's been saying for so many years, and he's just holding on to a...
Yeah.
Poor guy.
My chicken. I wanted him to curse more, though.
What the fuck?
What if at the end he was like, fuck this. I just wanted to say I always liked Popeyes way better. Can I just say it? I just feel like I need to vent.
Wasn't Church's Chicken like a clan? It was run by the clan or something?
What? I don't know.
Yeah, there was something I saw where they used to have like a really racist sign. It was like a blackface character.
Oh, wow.
There was some rumor about Church's Chicken being.
Do you guys remember Sister's Chicken?
No.
I think it was only in... See, I lived in Columbus, Ohio, where...
Was it Sister Chicken?
No.
That was a good show.
Sister. I live in Columbus, Ohio, which is like one of the test market capitals of the world. So it's like, seriously. And so like Wendy's...
Why? Because it's so high.
Wendy's headquarters... Well, it's because the most average, boring...
We don't know
American.
what to vote for, and we also want to make an opinion known.
But that's like where Wendy's is from, where White Castle's from, and all that headquarters and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they would like put out like these weird things once in a while, and it was just a test to see how it happens. And one of the things I think was Sister's Chicken, which was owned by Wendy's, but it was their version of Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it was fucking amazing, though. But what then, like Chipotle and all that stuff, like
Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle.
Thank you, Sarah.
And Baja Fresh. Did you know that they're owned by like?
It's Baja, but whatever.
Yeah.
A bad job.
Baja Fresh is owned by McDonald's or something.
Vagina Fresh.
Oh yeah, it's all owned by. Oh, so you're saying that it was really delicious, and then it wasn't allowed because it was called Sister.
Well, and then then there was this place called Donato's, and then Wendy's or McDonald's bought it. And it used to be Donato's Pizza. Used to be this place in Columbus, Ohio, that everyone loved, like a hometown pizza place. And then I think it was Wendy's, maybe I don't know, one of the two bought it and was like, "Oh, great, there goes our pizza place." And they tried to franchise it out, but it didn't work, so they sold it back.
Wow,
great.
That was a really interesting.
I know. Why I was like halfway through. I'm like, why am I going into this?
I was ready to kill myself.
Somebody's hungry.
I'm always hungry.
But they would bring out burgers that were like disgusting because they were just testing to see what was good, like guacamole barbecue.
I like that they choose the Midwest for you guys. You guys also dictate what television shows get picked up, right? Oh no, that's here. But we have like groups of 12-year-olds.
No, that's the devil decides.
Oh, Satan. Sorry,
Satan decides, and then all of his minions put it out.
Can I just sidetrack? Roseanne Barr released a great article today in the New York Post about the genesis of her sitcom and a bunch of other shit. And I gotta tell you, these fucking sitcoms, boy, they really, really suck my asshole. And there's very few scripted shows I can laugh at. I think Eastbound and Down is a great show.
Yeah.
I like Nurse Jackie.
Well, I love Eastbound and Down because it's based on John Rocker, who's one of my favorite Atlanta Braves of all time. Probably, like, they call him the most racist guy ever, but he was, like, the most invigorating guy. John Rocker. Got kicked out of the league because he made all these racist remarks in New York on the train. Great. Or in, like, an interview. He was in, like, an interview, and, like... I
love when people... Can I tell you something? I don't even mind. I was working with a
Hi, Jesus. Sorry.
What the fuck is happening? Can I tell you that I don't mind sexism or racism as long as it's out in the open. If someone's just like, I hate women, they're not funny, I'm like, great, we're not going to be friends.
Yeah.
And same with racist people. Like, if you don't like this or that, just fucking say it so that I don't have to be friends with you, and it's done, you know?
That's how it's fine. Like, I was always like, in the South, you know when someone's a racist because they're like burning a cross or like like they're wearing some sort of waving a flag. But like then I'll go up north to like Boston or Philly, and then it's just understood, and that's when it creeps me out. It's just like understood that black people don't come in here, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, the embedded racism.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. I mean, I always say that like the most redneck part of my family is in Michigan because my dad's from Monroe, and like I don't even like my parents to go visit there because I'm afraid that they're going to be like, we should buy a van with curtains, and I'm like, no. My uncle JR is so racist, and I always say like he would never say the N-word because he prefers to shout it usually off a houseboat in the middle of Lake Erie, but the way it sounds when it comes off the water is really beautiful. But you're very right. Like when people are secretive about
it's even worse.
Or when they don't know.
Yeah.
And that's like very much of a problem. And this is why Christina and I are friends, because we get very riled up about like injustice. And I think injustice is the thing that makes me more angry than anything.
Well, can I tell you what gets me real fired up? No, here's why we're
blowjobs.
Blowjobs. Okay. I love giving them. I can't stop.
I don't feel like that we could ever give enough of them, especially for parts, airplane tickets,
TV shows. Give it to me.
Anything.
Okay, here's why I like Sarah T. Is because I am Eurotrash. My family is from Hungary. We are working class people. My dad owns a forklift company. We're not fancy people. And I feel a kinship to the American Southern person. I feel...
Because I'm white trash.
Because you're white trash and I'm Eurotrash.
Which trash is better? At least I'm white. At least I'm white.
I have that dirty gypsy blood in me. That filthy fucking mud blood.
Hooligans.
Yeah.
Hooligans.
But I think it's a classist, it's a class thing maybe.
Well, I think it's also that, I think you and I are a little bit more free spirits and, free thinkers, especially when you're raised in a culture that was like, no, this is the way we treat women. This is the way things happen. Yeah. And I think because my parents were not from the South, my parents are Dad's from Michigan, my mom's from California. So I grew up in the South looking at things in a completely different way.
You were a kind of an outsider even in that.
Completely an outsider. Yeah. And that's probably how you felt being here.
Oh, yeah.
So all of a sudden you're thinking for yourself from a young age.
That's a good point.
That's
a very good observation. You're very smart, and that's also why I like you.
I think the reason why I get to get along with Sarah so much is her cat bandanas.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you look at the TV, Techie actually was in the cat bandana video.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys see that.
Oh, that's your cat in that video?
Yeah,
so
Techie was hard shooting that day because Techie...
Oh, look at the Halloween one.
I love that. Horny.
And the whole time Techie's just scraping her up. Like, all the girls just had wounds on them.
You know what was funny? When they showed this at the Naughty Show, no one believed that was a real website.
I know.
It is a real... My mom makes every single one of those bandanas.
See, I think it's great because I actually collect cat hats. Wow. And Target sells cat hats.
Oh, yeah, they do.
See, there's a hat right there on...
I love it. Nothing makes... Oh, there's her cat. So Sarah, if you don't know, Sarah Tiana actually... her mother makes these cat bandanas. And
and I sell them at my shows.
She sells them, yes.
And then we sell them online, but, like, it started as a joke. Like, basically, it was, like, sibling rivalry. Like, I told my mom would make these bandanas for my sister's black Labrador. And I was like, you don't love me. You never make nothing for my cat. And then, so my mom started making little ones for my cat as a joke, and then my friends started wanting to buy them, and then,
they're
years
great.
later.
They're great.
No, they're hilarious.
Have you ever thought about selling them at Target? Because Target sells cat hats. You might just be able to get a meeting with somebody at Target, and they'll buy a shitload. And next thing you know, dollar bill cat bandana.
dollar bills, y'all.
That is so
I can't do anything with Target.
Why? Oh, because they hate gay people?
No, because
I thought they were anti-gay. The Target. No, it's what Sarah
supposed
Burns
to be working with Walmart. I shot all those Walmart commercials.
Oh, well, Walmart's even better.
Oh, no, Walmart's probably the best place. But I think what we're going to do is take them to groomers.
That's the best.
First of all, that doesn't match, and that's weird.
I know. That was her fall collection.
How dare you? Her fall.
We have a lot of sports ones.
And that website's Cat Bandana, by the way, and they're great. They have a bunch of different cat bandanas, like candy corn. I even saw a Beatles one there.
But we also have this elastic ones for in case they don't wear a collar.
Oh,
and
right.
they can be like a sassy naked kitty.
It's like stretchy jeans for fat chicks.
It's so fucking cute too.
Mommy jeans.
So
have you ever have you ever bought pregnancy pants before just because they're super comfortable? Because I almost did the other day. I was like, wow, these jeans look so comfortable. There's like an elastic waistband.
The stretchy jean pants. Have you seen those that look like
pajama jeans?
Pajama jeans.
This close to buying them, Brian.
What now?
They look exactly like jeans. Yeah. They have pockets that look like pockets on jeans, and they look exactly like jeans, but they're pajamas. Like they're made out of like cotton.
Really?
But they're stretchy, and you could wear them out, and it looks like you're wearing jeans, but then you touch them, and you're like, oh, this is just sweatpants.
Wait, are they for women too?
No, they are. They're
no,
made.
They're
are
made
they
for
like
women.
carpenter jeans?
No, they're made for women.
Because that is a deal breaker.
Can I tell you, I don't even bother with the jeans that look like pajamas. I just wear sweatpants around town.
No, I know.
I don't even give a shit anymore. Sarah.
No, but you haven't given a don't say anymore, because I don't know.
Have I ever?
I don't know if there was ever a time where I was like, yeah, Christina gives a shit about what she wears.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're obviously like, on the prowl.
Oh, here we go.
See, they're jeans that pajama jeans. And you know what? I was sitting there watching this, and I'm thinking, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. If it's like $14 to $19, I could see that being really good. But it's like $50.
No.
Yeah.
They have to be a lot looser than that for those to look. I mean, I guess they're just like sweatpants that look like jeans.
That's the point, yeah. And you can because right now I'm wearing regular jeans. This is a step up for me. And my gut is just hanging over. It's spilling over where the button is. I just give up.
That's why you got to pull your underwear up to like kind of be like a girdle.
The panty girdle. I like to wear full flavored cotton fullbacks. I pull them up real high.
Lately, I've been buying the most gayest underwear I can find possible. Like, I don't know, I was bored with underwear, so I've been buying like Captain America underwear, and
cute.
like I got Captain America. I got Star Wars underwear where it has like Darth Vader right where your crotch is, going, hey, what?
Are those children's pants?
Oh my God.
No, they're for adults.
Oh
but Walmart has everything. You get
what is she doing?
She's checking the game.
Fucking game.
She's checking the sports.
I'm sorry, but we just homered and won at the end.
What are you gonna do when we're in the Middle East and you can't watch your dumb?
I'm gonna be. I'm bringing this with me.
Okay, so Sarah Tiana, Jody Miller, and who else? And then a guy. Is there a guy?
Yeah, Tom Foss. You'll like Tom. He's like this old redneck from West Virginia.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be our tour manager, but now he's gonna host the show.
Sweet.
And well, okay. I mean, this will be my 7th military tour. Oh. So it's like...
Have you done this route, the Middle East one that we're doing?
I haven't done Afghanistan. UAE. I went to Iraq in 2005. And I was in Iraq when Saddam was still alive.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was like right after Fallujah happened. And I can remember going into Abu Ghraib. Like, okay, so like this one time when we were in Baghdad, you can't fly whenever there's a sandstorm because we fly in Black Hawk helicopters all the time. And they fly in twos because they look out for each other. But because they fly so low to the ground, a sandstorm is really dangerous because you can't see the ground. You can't see what's shooting at you, so you can't fly. And so we finally get to Baghdad after we've been trapped in a sandstorm in this place called Diwania, which was this multinational forces Polish camp. And so it was like really annoying. But we had some really good Polish food when we were there. And some alcohol, even though that was like the Marines had bought it from like the British troops, and the Australian was amazing. But so we get to Baghdad and we go to do this show somewhere in the green zone. I don't remember the exact place, but like we go to leave and they go, well, we can't fly because there's a sandstorm, and we had just like finally gotten into we were staying in Saddam's hunting lodge. Oh so we were like so excited to just like stay in like a nice place and like for the first time in our trip. And then they were like, well, we're going to put you up at the hospital. You guys can sleep in the hospital. And we were like, okay, whatever. So we're like kind of saying goodbye to everyone and packing up. And then they go, hey, we have a last second flight that we're going to let you guys jump on that we've okayed because we have to drop some guys off at Abu Ghraib. And we were like, I'm sorry, what? Where are we going?
What?
Yeah. So we get out to the tarmac, and there's these 3 guys on the tarmac on their knees with hoods over their head and glow sticks around their neck in case they ran.
Oh, my God.
Their hands are tied behind their back, and they pick them up and, like, throw them onto the one chopper, and we get on the other one.
Now, wait a minute. Abu Ghraib is that Club Med that they just opened.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's so nice. No, I swear, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, rappelling, and they have a rock wall. There's a rock wall, but people throw rocks at you.
They're going to throw rocks at us. So they're like, we're going
to Abu Ghraib, yeah. But they ended up dropping us off first, but we did have to shuttle with them, which was very incredibly...
And did you lift up the hood and like, haha,
well,
we're free. We're
American. No, I didn't. Because you're not supposed to look under the veil. No. But then you know what? It just like I remember Abu Ghraib had just happened like a few months. I mean, that was like Fallujah, Abu Ghraib, all that stuff was happening right around the same time, and like we were at this one base where like you'd walk into like this office that they had, and there'd be like a hook in the ceiling that had flypaper on it, and you're like, why do you have a what? And like you felt creepy as soon as you walked in, and then you'd look up and you'd see flypaper, and you're like, maybe it's the flies, and they go, oh no, this used to be a torture chamber.
Oh my!
Like this is where they are having their offices, right? And so, but you could tell when you walked in that there was something creepy about the room, because Saddam would have these parties, and you had to come to the party or you'd get killed. And if he put a bounty ad on you. And then, like, he'd throw this party, and he'd move everybody into the next room. And if there was a chandelier, it was a party. If there was a hook, someone was getting made an example of.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So he would have these, so, like, no one ever effed him over. I mean, even, like, when we were in Baghdad, there's a Z Lake, which goes around the whole compound that he had there. And the Al-Fa Palace is in Baghdad. And that's the palace that he built when he said after the first Gulf War, when he said he didn't have any money to feed his people, and he builds this like $1 billion mosaic, castle basically. And the lake is full of carp that they probably weigh like 50 pounds each. And there's all these fish in this lake. And the troops would go out there and they would catch the fish, but none of the locals would eat the fish because even though Saddam was like, we had captured him, they still wouldn't eat it because Saddam had told them that they were magic fish, and the fish would tell him if they were eating it. Like he had fucked them over so bad in their minds that they were so in fear of him, and the power and the control that he had over those people was incredible. I mean, you have to.
That's crazy.
It's so true. Like what happens when you get power. Like a true person is revealed once they get power, right? And so he was a really great leader at the beginning. He brought books and computers, and he started letting women drive. He let women vote. Remember, like he did all these amazing things when he first started. And then he just decided, well, I never want to leave office. And then, he just got crazy.
You do have to wonder what kind of person wants to be in charge. I always wonder, like, if someone were like, Christina, would you like to be president? I'd be like, go fuck yourself. No, never.
Yeah.
I would never assume. You have to be an egomaniacal, to some extent, lunatic to want to have that much. I'm not saying Obama is a sociopath, but I'm sure there were people before him.
Don't you feel like the people, like, do more when they're after they're president? I think you have more power to get things done after you're president.
Right, when the pressure's not on to, like, appease.
But you can also start focusing on things that you specifically care about as opposed to things that the whole country cares about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so, man.
So, I mean, in that respect, I think it would be great. But, I mean, I think that, you and I have talked about this, but, like, I feel like the order of last comic standing is exactly the same order of, like, what America is ready for.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
it's a complete slice of life. Like, if you look at what America, like, the first person who won, Dat Fan, Vietnamese, hey, we're sorry about Vietnam. We still feel bad about it. The next is, like, a white guy.
John Efron.
Yes, and then a black guy. Yeah. And then a paraplegic guy.
Yeah.
No, then a southern guy, then a paraplegic guy.
I blocked this out of my head.
Then
entirely.
a woman.
Yeah.
After paraplegic. And then a Mexican guy.
That's right.
And then, I swear, if they had it this year, then it would be an Arab guy this year.
So wait a minute. Are we higher on the totem pole than Mexican men?
Yes.
White
Hugely.
women?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we were under all men, but I guess just...
No.
Can I tell you something? When I went to Saudi Arabia, I've done this Middle East shit just once, a couple of years back. And you go to Saudi, and the first thing they do is they throw that stupid abaya on you, and they wrap you up so that nobody can
First of all, it's
see
not stupid.
Whatever, the fucking snuggie. I have to tell you, at first I was averse to wearing it, and then I wore it, and I was like, this is awesome. For the first time ever, I am invisible. And it actually was like, all right, so I can't vote, I can't own property, I can't read in this country, but I can eat everything I want and not feel like a piece of shit. And I have to say, it's a different, obviously, society, and I don't know if the broads know that it's oppressive to wear that stuff. Do you think that it's so ingrained, or they're like?
I think it's also it's just cool, isn't it?
Is it cool?
No, I mean cooling. Like because
not
it's very
black. Not in black. The black is actually I'm serious. The women have to wear black to cover their nasty bits, so the sunlight can't penetrate through. That's why it's black. The men actually the white.
Get the white.
Yeah, they get the white. Yeah. I mean,
not the black though.
I would love that shit.
What did you ask me? Do I think that it's like...
I don't know. I wonder if the women there... Like, do you think the women see it as oppressive to wear that stuff?
Yeah.
Or do you think that they're like...
I think some of them do.
So ingrained.
I mean, I think it's so true that, like, the way, we are all born with either we're going left or we're going right. Not politically, but I mean, like... You either go the way that your parents went or you go the opposite way. There's this really great series of books out called Princess, and it's all about this Saudi Princess Sultana, and it's about her life growing up in the royal family. And it's amazing series of books because she actually makes the man that she, the guy that she ends up marrying, he only marries her, and they kind of like proactively try to get more rights for women out there. And then she has 2 daughters, and one daughter follows in her footsteps, and the other daughter becomes extremely religious and refuses to talk to her mother, and like all this stuff, So it's like, I think that women out there, I'm sure a lot of them
love to talk to them.
Yeah. I mean, if I was wearing one of those, I would probably just carry a knife and just kind of go around and like stab people when they weren't looking and be like, wow, who did it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a whodunit.
Well, because I did when I was in Bahrain.
Bahrain.
We got to tour a mosque, and this woman was our tour guide. And for 2 days, I knew her, and I never saw her face. She had the full, it's called a niqab, right? The niqab is the full up to the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Hands covered to cover up those nasty 10 little vaginas. And
10 little decision makers. Why would you want this scene?
And I didn't see her face. It was the weirdest thing to know somebody and have her tell you like intimate details of her life, and you never even knew what she fucking looked like.
But that's kind of refreshing to where you judge someone based on their personality only. But the problem is they never take that off. It's like it's not like some sort of test in like America. We would use that as some sort of like dating game, test.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Like dating in the dark. That's basically what that is. But like it's just always dark.
Sarah, I think we have our next game show. It's called Dating in the Dark, and we all wear burqas.
And never take them off.
And now get ready for today's favorite game show.
Dating in the Dark. And Saddam Hussein chooses his fifth wife, and you get to be.
Well, my ex-boyfriend is Aaron, so I feel very.
I forgot about that.
You got the demon inside of you. Then.
Oh, gross! What did your house smell like?
Sand.
Just sand is so smelly.
He's awesome. He's actually he's a very handsome fellow. I ran into him. I love this music. And I was actually taken with his eye. He had a sorcery about him.
Well, he has dark hair and green eyes, so that's always. Well, that's because he's half. His mom is a Utah Mormon,
So he's half. Oh, well, kind of okay.
Yeah, he's Arab Mormon.
That's so weird.
He's Mormon. I don't know how to say it.
But was he cool? He was cool to you though. He didn't like.
Slap me around?
Yeah, make you walk 10
He
feet
didn't torture you and say
yeah.
the fish was going to tell on you.
I think quite the opposite. I think he really brought out that part of me that really asked questions because I didn't like how much smarter he was than me. So he made me want to be.
So you're very competitive with everything.
Yes.
Wow.
So instead, it made me just like really read up a lot and it made me way more of an independent. I think I was. Now, I mean, like, I definitely consider myself that. Like, just the idea of, like, someone telling me how I should vote just because I'm in your club is so annoying to me. Like, I definitely lean, one way or the other. But I'm, like, I refuse to say, like, yes, I'm voting Democrat. Yes, I'm voting Republican. Because I feel like that is, like, the most un-American thing ever. Like, or it's just like, especially when you grow up in the South, when it's supposed to be, everything is based on religion, and it's like, but I was given this mind to make my own decisions, and you're saying that because I tend to lean this way, I should be in your club and constantly vote with you. And
and the clubs change too. The Republican Party doesn't look at all like it did 20 years ago, or the Democrats.
No, nothing looks the same, and Aaron's parents sit on my ex-boyfriend's parents sit on the Democratic National Committee, so. And, stuff in his house is from, Yasser Arafat and Bill Clinton. Wow. Like, they have stuff in their house from that, and you're like...
That's crazy.
Oh, I guess I know where you guys stand. And it's definitely, like, I definitely agreed with them on a lot of things, but instead it made me more challenging as a person to be like, do I really feel like this, or do I just feel outnumbered?
Right.
And so I definitely started reflecting a lot more. It made me reflect a lot more on, like, who I am and what I want to be.
Yeah, that's good. I dated a Chinese guy, and it kind of does that for you, too. I'm serious. When you're like, why don't I feel this way? Like, why don't I accept this, that, and the other? And you go, well, because I'm this. But that's a process. It takes years to know
because you
yourself.
have your own mind. I mean, people can make a very convincing argument, I think, but, that can only take you so far. I mean, what does that mean that, like, if the next guy I date is a Republican, all of a sudden I'm going to?
I want you to vote for Sarah Palin.
I can't wait to vote for her. She has nothing. No,
God damn it! I was just. I
hate that broad with
that. That was the most incredible moment I've ever seen in politics when Hillary didn't get the nomination, and then McCain was like, "I'll get all them women votes by picking this lady," and we were all like,
"Who?"
I think it was one of my proudest moments in America. It was one of my proudest moments for women when women were like, "Are you fucking?" serious?
Yeah.
And I just thought it was so brilliant.
I went to Sarah's 21st birthday recently, and I actually held her hair when she got a little
you
sick.
Did that?
Yeah, she sat down next to me on the couch.
You're talking about me, not Sarah Palin.
Yes.
Yeah, just so because at first I was like, Sarah Palin's not 21.
I know. And I remember looking over at you going, oh, are you okay? And then next thing I know, you start doing the spitting on the ground. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So there was like somebody's food on the table in front of me, and I just like threw the food on the ground and grabbed like this little plate, and I just held it underneath her. And the next thing I know, you're being whooshed away, and then I didn't see you for the rest of the night. And
well, can I tell you what a shitty friend I am? Is that I have such a phobia of vomiting that I knew Sarah was like on the verge of getting sick, and I ran away. But I did make sure that you were cared for. I was like, all right, she's being cared for.
You made sure that I didn't get raped. You told me that the next day.
I did. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what was so funny about that party? Well, first of all,
that was a great party, by the way.
Thank you. I throw really good parties, I think. But I woke up the next morning, first of all, with no recollection of what happened, and I had on pajamas, and my Braves blanket was on me, and there was a puke bucket next to me, and then all my presents were laid out. So it was like Christmas and New Year's all at the same time. But then, like, from what I can gather, like, I had 3 groups of people there. It was like all my friends who are comics, all my friends who do sketch comedy, and then a bunch of people that I've worked with over the years in hotels. And none of these 3 groups trusted each other.
That's great.
Nobody knew each other. So it was like, hey, what are you doing with her? Where are you taking her? And like...
I remember some guy came up to me, never seen him before. He's like, yo, have you seen Sarah's phone? And I'm like, no, what? It's a BlackBerry. You haven't seen it? And I'm like, no.
Like you stole it?
Yeah, But I think it was because I was sitting next to Sarah. Everyone thought I had taken her phone or something.
But here's how you know it was a group of comics, too, is when Sarah got up to vomit, everybody erupted into applause. Remember that? It was like, yeah, you fucking... It was like the best party ever. That's how we knew it was a good night.
This is how you know that they might be comics, and they're definitely assholes, because they all took pictures of me. But none of them put them out.
That's nice.
That's
which
cool.
is pretty incredibly
Facebook,
crazy.
That's because we know it's truly funny, and that which is truly funny is between
that's true.
The sacred
society. I feel like I grew up with a sister, and I wound up with like 800 brothers, because that's kind of how stand-up comedy feels.
Yeah, it really does.
I've had a lot of fun. You know, you told me to think of stories, and I'm like, my whole life is a big comedy story.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you're here, right? You can't be normal and be a comic. You have to be in therapy.
Ugh,
I have to go to therapy today.
Oh, you do? Oh, 5 o'clock.
So many problems. We better
wish
go.
I was going.
It's 1:30 already.
Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta go.
Sarah also has a hilarious CD that she put on. You did this yourself, right? On iTunes.
Oh yeah.
You pretty much did this all yourself.
Yeah, I actually just signed a deal with Warner Brothers, so I'm going to be putting out more.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
that's
you.
Awesome.
It can be found on iTunes. Just search for Sarah Tiana, and that's Tiana. Don't do the E
Redban.
like me.
Tiana.
But
only black people call me Tiani.
Tiani.
Yeah, Sarah Tiani.
I suck at names.
And then Tripoli always says.
Oh, I love Sarah.
Tatiani.
So, Sarah, what's your URL so people can find you?
SarahTiana.com.
Super
Sarah with
easy.
an H, Tiana with a Tiana.
And you do have a hilarious sketch comedy that you do a lot, and I fucking love your sketch. When I didn't know you did it, and I saw you on the Naughty Show doing a character, and I just was fucking laughing my ass off. You're hilarious.
Thanks.
Have you ever tried to do like the Saturday Night Lives or anything like that? Because it seems like Saturday Night Live would be the perfect fit for you.
Thank you. That's so sweet. I mean, I've been asked to audition a couple times, but I just haven't had the guts to do it. And I think I probably will eventually. I think I've always just, I don't know, like to have a little bit more freedom with what I do. But I did start a sketch comedy company 6 years ago called the Straight Jacket Society. And we just got our own theater in Hollywood. So there's a link to it on my website. But like the Straight Jacket Society, we basically do slice of life comedy, and like we have 5 different shows that go up every week. So there's about 50 people recurring in the company every season. And then we probably put about 250, 300 people through the program.
Oh, wow.
And we just bought our own theater, so it's very exciting.
That's fucking awesome.
5150, that's the show I direct.
Okay.
5150. And don't forget about catbandana.com. Yes. If you have a cat, you have to check this out. It's a perfect gift for like your mom or your friends and stuff. It's hilarious, and it makes your cat look fucking awesome. And that's
Sarah, and where can people see you?
This weekend I'm at Stand Up Scottsdale.
Oh, I love that club.
I know.
It's a great venue. John
it's
Hughes.
Fun. Howard Hughes.
Sorry.
John Hughes did some really cool movies in the 80s. Totally different guy. Yeah, there's the Straight Jacket Society. And then, yes, I direct a show every Saturday at the Straight Jacket Society. Obviously not this weekend. But I'm also, Christina and I both work the Palms in Vegas.
That's right. I just did last week.
Once a month, basically. And then I'm going overseas.
We're going together June 6th.
To Afghanistan and UAE. So it should be very exciting.
I'm going to wear my burqa.
But all my show dates are on my website.
Okay. And Redban, how about you?
I'm at some club, but it's fine. Who cares?
I'm at the Comedy Store tonight at 9.
You see Sarah Tiana at the Comedy Store tonight.
I'm going to be going crazy this week with comedy, though, because my girlfriend's going to be out of town, so I'm just going to have to relive. It's funny, when I date, I just do zero comedy. Like, I just don't have any desire to go out, so I'm just going to make up for it.
Because the love and fulfillment that you get from the audience, you get from another person.
Yeah.
So it's actually probably healthy.
And it's hard being miserable when you're happy.
That's true. You know what? It's hard to be funny when you're happy.
Yeah.
Which thankfully it only happens for me in windows of happiness, so I can do stand up for a long time.
You have a long career.
I just hate myself so much. I'm going to be at the Kansas City Improv this week. If you guys are in Kansas City, please come. And please let me know if you heard us on the podcast, because I love meeting people that actually listen to us.
Oh, yeah, let me know, too. I'm going into Phoenix early to watch the Braves play.
Ugh.
And then I'm driving back really fast to watch them play in Anaheim. Isn't that hilarious?
You're such a gender traitor. I hate you. I love you.
Yeah, I'm still good in bed.
Oh, shit.
What?
You seem very competitive.
What is this competitive?
You know what's great,
I've
though?
noticed that.
I wonder in bed if she's competitive. Like, I'm going to come first. That would be awesome. I'd be like, oh, damn, you won again.
I have to really focus.
Are you competitive? I didn't notice.
Very, yeah.
I didn't even
my favorite TV shows are like Survivor, Amazing Race, which I watched The Amazing Race because I thought it was about white people, but it's not. It's still a really good show.
Wish it was.
It's a really good show.
All right. Well, we'll have you back, and you can tell us all about your competitive streak next time.
Okay.
And thank you guys for listening to Your Mom's House.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
What she says will change everything. She's late through too many sleepless nights.